make a version of a tropical clam chowder. Got my knife, my potato peeler, leek, celery, green onion, cloves of garlic, ginger root, potatoes, some lime for juice, butter, clams, coconut milk, flour, white pepper, kosher salt. And now I'm going to process all that and go to the next part. I'm going to render out some bacon fat off of one piece of bacon cut into pieces. Then we'll add butter and start doing the vegetables. All my vegetables and everything prepped. I take a lime. When you want to juice a lime or a lemon, take it and push down on hard and roll it. It smashes all the fibers inside and it makes it much easier to get juice out of. You'd be surprised if you don't do this how hard it is. So we like to burn on low because we're going to butter. We're going to get the bacon out. Now we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. Once the butter's melted, you want to put in your leek, scallion, and celery. And the water from that, as it comes out, will get all the brown bits off the bottom of the pan. What we call the fond. Celery, scallion, and leek, and sweat it down. Now we're going to put in our garlic cloves and our ginger and stir it around until it gets fragrant. In other words, where you can smell it. Garlic, I can smell it. Took about 30-40 seconds. Now I'm going to take about a tablespoon or half, maybe 2 of flour. And we're going to incorporate that in and make kind of a roux with the fat. There's not very much fat, so you don't need very much flour. So just use it as a thickener before we add the milk and the clams and the potatoes. I'm going to pour in some clam juice with a few clams. I'm going to crank the heat back up to about a little bit over medium. Get all the brown stuff off the bottom. I don't know, about a half teaspoon of white pepper. Stir that into the fat and clam juice. We're going to take a quart of coconut milk. Something I need to tell you, we haven't put any salt in yet. The reason why is clam broth and juice naturally has a lot of salt because it's based on seawater. So you won't put any more salt in until you're almost done, where you adjust the final taste. Next and last step to getting together, we put in the rest of our clam juice and clams and potatoes. Last thing is a bottle of clam juice. This is Bar Harbor, pure all natural. I believe I got it from Aldi's or Kroger's, but it actually requires a real bottle opener. I bet you forgot thought I probably got the bacon, huh? Well, the bacon's in there. You have to set the heat to where the top of the water is barely have bubbles coming up. With coconut milk, you cannot cook it very hard or it'll break. The fat will separate from the protein solids. You don't stir it with coconut milk. Do not stir it. Just let it cook down until it drops about 1 inch or so. You just keep tasting it about every 5 to 10 minutes until the seasoning starts tasting right. That's why you don't put too much seasoning at first. You want it to thicken up, cook down, then you adjust the seasoning near the end of the cooking, and that's when we'll add the lime. Simmering for a little while now. Potatoes should be tender. I'm going to turn it down to low heat from a medium low. We're going to skim all foam for the last time. Next, we're going to add about half a lime, hand squeeze the juice. You don't want a lot of lime juice, that's enough. And we're going to add some heavy cream, about a half a cup or so I estimate. You don't have to be exact. Now you'll take your ladle and you'll swirl around the bottom while it's on low heat. Then you want to taste one potato for tenderness. Let's see, let's stick a knife through it. Oh yeah, it's done. And that is a way to make chowder. One way of many.